Get your tinfoil hats out, everybody. We've got conspiracy theories coming up. So a NASCAR race happened at Fontana, or Auto Club Speedway as it's now called. Two races, Xfinity and Cup Series. The Xfinity race that surprisingly was not won by Kyle Busch. Thank you, Kyle Busch's pit crew. Was then won by Cole Custer. Doesn't matter though because it sucked. Overall rating for that race, 5 out of 10. Now, since nobody cares about Xfinity Series anymore because of leeches, let's jump right into the Cup race. One of the most anticipated races of this early part of the season, Auto Club Speedway. Fantastic track. Thank you, phone. Shut up. This race was garbage. Like, the restarts were exciting, I'll give it that. But after you got up to speed, or what they're considered as speed now, 175 going into the corners, and 170 coming out of the corners. Yeah, whoa. You lose 5 miles an hour going into the corners. Wow. Takes a lot of skill to do that. The race was won by Kyle Busch, who won by sweeping all 3 stages, even after getting a bullcrap pit stop penalty for speeding on pit road. And it just seemed like nobody could catch him. And the rest of the race was dominated by Penske cars in 2nd, 3rd, 4th. And Kurt Busch randomly in 5th. I actually think he finished 4th. I can't remember. Anyway, Kyle Busch scored the win in the most boring Fontana race I've ever seen. It was reminiscent to the that one Jimmie Johnson race in 2009 when he lapped the whole field pretty much. Yeah. Race. Not much to say about it. There is something to be said about the direction this sport is going. And it's not going in a good direction. I love how they try to portray Kyle Busch as the, quote, greatest driver of all time, since he has 200 wins now. The same as Richard Petty. First off, you are wrong. He has 53. Xfinity and Truck Series don't count. He won all those races in pretty much top-tier equipment. In the literal best equipment on the track. His team, Kyle Busch Motorsports, best cars on the track. Best trucks on the track, rather. Joe Gibbs Racing in the Xfinity Series, best cars on the track. When Brandon Jones is running 4th in the points and running top 5, you know that it's literally just the team and the car and the money giving you a faster car. That's it. It's unfortunate that I have to say this, but if you have money, then that's what get you places in NASCAR. If you don't have money, you're screwed. You're done. Like, look at Hendrick Motorsports right now. They were the class of the field. However, in 2015, when Jeff Gordon retired, they lost some of that. Only one car went to victory lane in 2016, and that was Jimmie Johnson. 2017, they lost Dale Earnhardt Jr. That's 2 of the biggest names in NASCAR. 2 of the most money-making names in NASCAR leaving the team because of retirement. After that, look what happened. 2018, Hendrick Motorsports sucked. Apart from Chase Elliott getting lucky and actually winning at a track where the aero package and whatever doesn't really matter. After that, Hendrick Motorsports went into a downward spiral and is still going into that downward spiral. Seems to me that when you lose 2 of the top money makers in NASCAR, your team starts to go down the drain. It almost seems like they're not getting as much money to fund the cars as they used to. Well, you may be thinking, oh, it's just because the Chevy sucks. The Chevy isn't really on any good teams anymore. Since Stewart-Haas Racing switched, it's kind of like a placebo effect. Ganassi is Ganassi, and Hendrick Motorsports is in a downward spiral. They blame the Camaro, but in reality, is it really the Camaro? I don't think so. Here's an example. Let's take Kyle Busch's, I think it was 2012, his Xfinity season, when he ran his own team, Kyle Busch Motorsports, in the 54. He ran like 20-something races and went winless in the Xfinity Series. Next year, I went back to Joe Gibbs Racing. He won like 10 races that year in the Xfinity Series. Literally. So it just proves, if you're on a team with money, then you're golden. Like, you could put anybody in Kyle Busch's car. You put Ryan Newman in that car, he will run up front. It's literally the car. The driver has been completely taken out because it takes so much funding to get the resources, the power, the suspension, the aerodynamics. It takes so much money and resources that these big market teams are the only ones that can compete for the win. At any rate, I kind of went way off topic there. But anyway, yeah, that's it. Race sucked.
I'd have to say it would be garbage.
I'll see you guys next week from Martinsville. Peace out.